I'd come from a pretty small town, been in the military, and got here from Frankfurt, Germany. Because of work and family and schools for my kids, it became the home of my destiny.
I felt that Ontario needed a mom, so that's where I got interested and started doing more. From the dairy lands and the vacant lands and the streets that weren't being paved, now you see all these beautiful homes. I'm really happy and thankful that we've been able to do all that. We just have the right mix of everything, and as long as we continue down that path, the future is just going to be so successful.
It goes back to 1974. I was in the marching band at Los Alamitos High School Griffin Band. Flash forward 4 years later, just got married, wanted to buy our first house. Housing was affordable here in Ontario. So I came back to Ontario, we bought our first house in 1978 with the plan to sell the house and move back to Orange County. Guess what? We stayed here. And I've been here ever since.
As a child growing up in Ontario, this was pretty much all citrus, orange groves. And the transition over years took place, of course. But we maintained and were able to keep the balance of the community and that hometown feeling.
Some of my earliest memories of Ontario were actually watching horses walking down the street. And that's what attracted me to this community, is the equestrian areas that we do have.
As Ontario heads into the next decade and beyond, residents will begin to see a renaissance throughout the city. In our third year of control of the Ontario International Airport, passenger numbers are up and cargo numbers continue to see growth. Business is soaring.
All of the things that we're doing in the downtown area, the concerts in the park, the movies, and the new developments in the downtown are bringing a new spirit to the city.
What I'm really proud of over the last decade is the growth that has happened in downtown. Bank of Italy is going to be the new restaurant, and we have some potential housing projects coming in downtown. The 2 museums now are just absolutely fabulous, with exhibits that change out every 8 weeks, so there's always something to go do and see.
Joining the trend of new businesses on Euclid Avenue, Strum Brewing opened its second location, and Fourth Sector Innovations, a business incubator, opened its doors to the public. Development continues to be on the rise in the downtown neighborhood, as the Bank of Italy building will soon call home to multiple culinary options for locals and visitors in the Inland Empire. Vista Verde and Emporia Place will provide affordable housing options for residents looking to make the move into downtown. A new downtown storefront facade improvement program launched, providing financial assistance to commercial property and business owners for qualifying Euclid-facing buildings. And Downtown Ontario business owners voted to assess themselves to form a business improvement district. The newly formed district will be highlighted by business ambassadors who will be responsible for the cleaning and maintenance of the district, as well as providing friendly and helpful assistance to visitors. For the first time, the popular Ontario 5K Reindeer Run was combined with Christmas on Euclid to bring thousands of visitors to the area. Residents have moved into the new homes at the Ontario Ranch, taking advantage of the high-end amenities and neighborhoods.
We're going to be seeing our first shopping center. It's becoming unto its own, and it's becoming a part of our fabric. I really am proud of the way that it's developed.
In the heart of Ontario Ranch, construction is underway for New Haven Marketplace, and the Great Park Master Plan is coming to fruition. It's a new park linked to surrounding residential neighborhoods and activity centers by a network of trails, bike paths, and paseos.
Ontario has always been very good at creating jobs and attracting business, but you can only attract those folks if you have a place for them to live.
So that area is prime for development, and it's really going to bring people out to our community.
A visionary model for California growth, Ontario Ranch spans over 8,200 acres and 13 square miles. Current and future residents of this community will enjoy beautiful, walkable neighborhoods and family-friendly recreation. Features will include 46,000 residential units, 20 million square feet of businesses and logistics space, 15.5 million square feet of commercial space, an ultra-high bandwidth home data service, a new expansive park and trail system, and new schools.
Well, I think the future is a blend of both, the old and the new. And I think it's our responsibility as the policy body of the City of Ontario to make sure that those who come in the future still can have some of the experience of the past.
Today, we're creating our own reputation and history, and people will look back at the 2000s as the time when Ontario came into its own and went from being a city in the Inland Empire to the city of the Inland Empire.
The City of Ontario celebrated a prosperous year for businesses. The Municipal Utilities Company is implementing new technology to improve customer service, to maintain and improve service reliability. New businesses are constantly coming to the city, including the proposed 330,000 square foot IKEA, Porsche of Ontario, Element by Westin Hotel, the newly opened Carvana, Firehouse Subs, See's Candies, and the second Ontario location of Raising Cane's.
Within these last couple of years, it's really just skyrocketed, and everybody wants to come here and open a business.
The City of Ontario has invested heavily in improving infrastructure and enhancing the ability to move products and services throughout the city.
Ontario's continued growth enhances the quality of life for residents, businesses, and visitors.
Tourism and attracting visitors continue to be the main driving force for the city, as efforts have been designated to promote city assets such as Ontario Mills, the Ontario Convention Centre, and the Toyota Arena. A variety of sports and entertainment options in Ontario include the Ontario Reign, Ontario Fury, the Agua Caliente Clippers of Ontario, and many family-friendly events and concerts. For the second year in a row, Ontario International Airport has been named the fastest growing airport in the nation, welcoming more than 5.5 million airline passengers.
The best thing that could have ever happened to the Inland Empire was us putting up the fight for regaining control of the airport.
Ontario International Airport helps us connect to the world and for the world to connect to Ontario.
The City of Ontario has continued to support and invest in quality family events and programs, from the summer concert series and movies in the park to Independence Day celebrations and the Ontario 5K Reindeer Run. Our Recreation Department continues to meet the growing demand for community events. The Ontario City Libraries continue to offer hundreds of programs throughout the year and provide STEAM opportunities for all ages at both Lightspeed Makerspace locations.
Us having the Youth Activities League, all these different programs available for these kids, the earlier that we engage these children, the more prosperous they will be in the future.
To address the needs of the community, the city launched an early literacy and adult literacy campaign. The Ontario Festival of the Arts welcomed over 50 artists and community booths and music and dance performances by local groups. The Ontario Museum of History and Art celebrated its 40th anniversary. The Anthony Munoz Community Center is undergoing a renovation and, when completed, will provide state-of-the-art facilities and features for the community.
Our goal is to create the premier community in the Inland Empire.
The city is increasing our services, paving roads, improving the safety of our neighborhoods, and continuing our strong partnerships. Ontario has planned the right mix of residential, retail, commercial, and industrial areas to not only invest in infrastructure needs, but also to provide enhanced recreational, educational, and cultural programs and events.
We're business friendly and able to attract business because of the types of development that we encourage. People are happy to do development here because they can see what's around them. It doesn't matter what your job is, everybody understands they play a vital role in the success of our city.
Ontario is progressive, aggressive, and always at the forefront of what is happening.
Ontario has a unique community of businesses that provide great services, products, and jobs.
The City of Ontario to the business community has always been stable, reliable, and a business partner from beginning to end. And once we partner with our business community, we're there as partners forever.
Ontario has a long-standing commitment to public safety. The city is increasing both police and fire personnel to better serve our community. The Ontario Police Department expanded their fleet and added electric bicycles to the Bike Patrol unit and implemented a safe return program that is designed to assist members of the community who have disabilities. Ontario Fire Station 9 is breaking ground. The temporary station serving the residents of the Ontario Ranch area is open and functioning with a crew. The fire training tower is set to open this year, allowing for emergency personnel to have the resources necessary to better serve the community.
Public safety is integral in Ontario, and we want to make sure that we continue providing that high level so people do feel comfortable and secure.
As a leader in urban design, infrastructure, technology, retail and business opportunities, and a diverse housing stock, Ontario will secure its place as the premier city in the Inland Empire.
You have to create a new sense of vibrancy and activity and life. And that's what we're doing. We love our city, and we love our future, and we want it to be the best community that it can be.
As we forecast into the future, we embrace our business community, maintain those strong partnerships, continue to grow, and make sure that we balance our budget with our vision, but never be afraid to take a calculated risk.
When we call ourselves the balanced community. And I think that's really true.
My favorite part of Ontario is the diversity of our community. Our future will be bright because of our next generation.
The city values the input and feedback of our residents. 500 randomly selected Ontario residents were surveyed between March 27th and May 1st as part of the 2019 Resident Satisfaction Survey.
It makes me feel great that the residents of this city believe that we're on the right track.
The resident satisfaction survey was very important. It did let us know that we're going in the right direction.
And this did give us a good measure of other things that we could do to improve the community.
The survey is one of many tools that the city will use in establishing priorities and making strategic investments for the future. The Ontario City Council's forward planning provides a framework to continue investing in infrastructure with a continuous build-out of the Ontario Net Fiber Optic Plan, as well as providing clean and safe streets and increasing the available recycled water lines throughout the city.
Infrastructure is the lifeblood of logistics. It's the lifeblood of a community. Infrastructure is how you move your commodity, and being able to move commodity and move people brings the lifeblood into any region.
Ontario is known as the gateway to Southern California. It's not just a trite expression. One of the strategic advantages we have is our location.
Ontario survives because of its diversification in employment, manufacturing, business, the mix of people, the mix of opportunity.
Once you add all of those things up and the balance of the city, you will never find another city better to make your investment for your business, to come to live and enjoy the quality of life that we offer, or just to visit. Ontario is the place to be.
Through the investments made, visionary leadership, quality municipal services, and public-private partnerships, the City of Ontario remains committed to creating opportunity and building equity in our community. With your continued support, we will continue to develop Ontario as the premier city in the Inland Empire. It is connections with you that will lead us into the future.
I'm Mayor Paul Leone.
I'm Mayor Pro Tem Debbie Parada.
I'm Councilman Alan Wapner.
I'm Councilman Jim Bowman.
I'm Councilman Ruben Valencia.
And this is our Ontario.